Welcome to my channel. I'm Kaida, and if you like this video, then please consider pressing that like and subscribe button down below. Anyhow, on to the video. Alright, so first thing I did when making this picture was that I traced this entire thing first, because I had no idea what I was doing, because I only been drawing realistic style for 1 week, and I had no clue what to start from because I only been going on paper, so this is my first time going and doing it on the computer. Even though I have done a bunch of drawings on the computer before, it has always been animated style. So I took my little eavesdropper and just made my own little palette to choose from. I used the sorry, I'm tired. I used the think of the word watercolored paintbrush that was wet, and let me tell you, it was absolutely so satisfying to do when making this. Alright, it blended all the colors in together, and did wonders. And I don't think I used every single color when doing this drawing from my palette, but I know I came close to it. The shading was difficult for me to do because I've only been doing it on paper, and I mostly did pencil drawings. I did 2 of them using Prismacolors. That was old colors, not black and white. But that's about it. And I only made, I think, 5 or 6 drawings. I think I made 6 drawings in total before doing this, when I had confidence in myself. Black was interesting to do because it's all about the contrast between light and dark. It was interesting because I don't ever do any of this, first of all. Alright, I don't do realistic things. No, I do anime. I stick to my anime style. But I just had this little inch that needed to be scratched, that I want to turn anime characters into realistic. I want to make them look real. Alright? And when I took off that outline, it was like taking off the bumpers when you're going to go bowling. It was very interesting to see. And at the end of this entire thing, I was very proud of myself. I'm gonna say I was very proud of myself. And artists need to feel proud of themselves at some points. You just have to have some confidence in yourself. Also, I also have Protect Alpha on a bunch of these layers. The reason for that is so when I don't go out of the outlines, alright? It was so simple because it was just really nice to know that I could not go out of the outlines, and I did not need to use the eraser as much as I needed to already. So that was a yay part for me to do. Now, the reason why I am tired is because I am like I draw first, then I record myself talking later because I can't talk and draw at the same time unless you want to listen to a video that's just silent, silent, silent. Only with me just like talking a tiny bit and like a few parts, just talking to myself that need to be done. So I didn't think that might be really interesting to do. So you have me rambling on to you now on what my opinions are when watching this, reacting to myself drawing, and my just rambling on now of different things. And like I said before, I was tired. The reason for that is because I recorded myself for like an entire hour and 5 minutes and 59 seconds talking before this, just a few minutes ago, and apparently my microphone was turned off, so the entire time I was talking, I feel like an idiot. I absolutely feel like a baka now because of that. Because the entire time my microphone was turned off and I was just talking, I got nothing. Like, no sound whatsoever. And I was very frustrated. So now I'm back here redoing this entire thing. I'm going to ramble on once again about me talking. Now, light and dark contrast is very important when doing shading, especially with black and white. It is extremely important. I like, as I said before, I haven't done as much, but what I have noticed is it makes a really big difference when shadowing. Now, as you see in the picture of the cosplayer's the cosplayer's costume, his sleeve of his costume is like leather. It's very, very shiny. I did not like that whatsoever. No, I did not like that. Because in my opinion, Deku's armor, his black armor, like his leg armor, has to match his costume, like his, thinking of the word, sorry, I have these moments where I just don't remember a word I'm trying to use. I want to say onesie, but that's not the word, so it's bodysuit. Deku's bodysuit should be like this, the black should be the same type of color for the green and for his leg armor. Because, well, not the exact same, because the leg armor I would imagine would be like sort of metal, but it should still be the type of same for the for his bodysuit, green, his teal green bodysuit. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Very dehydrated. I have these moments where I just like ramble on to myself or just stutter, so I'm sorry for that. So I just had to figure out at this point on how I was going to make Zuko's bodysuit's black match with it without making it look too shiny. So that was sort of interesting to do. I'm using interesting a lot, I suppose. Sorry. Anyhow, trying to think of topics now. I seriously should just write down an entire paper of topics to think about or to talk about per se. So I don't ramble on. But I did not do that, so you're stuck with me rambling about topics that you might not want to listen to. So I am sorry. I'm very, very sorry for that. I'm right now holding, I don't know, I'm just like trying to figure out things to talk about. So I'm just going to be rambling on what I'm holding in my hand right now, which is a My Hero Academia playing card set from Funimation that I got from Hot Topic, I believe. And I didn't realize it, but I only realized it after I bought it and after I got home, is that it's the villains. It's the villains playing card set. And now looking at it, I was wondering just a while ago if it had Toga, and I was just flipping through it, and it has Toga in it, and it also has Stain, which is really cool, and it also has Shiggy. And the great thing that I really like about Shiggy and Izuku is something I'm going to talk about later on in the video when I'm doing his shoes. Yeah. So I went back because right after doing the black, I realized that there should be other colors added into his bodysuit to make it look more realistic for the contrast of the color, no matter how small it was, no matter how little. So I decided to do that. And later on, I realized that there is a darker color I forgot I get. And there are also lighter colors I also forgot I get. But the dark and the light colors really, really helped bring it to life, in my opinion. Because it made it look, more realistic in my case. So I was really, really like, yay! It's looking much better now. It's easier to draw something. Sorry, frog stuck in my throat. It's a lot easier to draw something if you have created it before. In my case, it has, because I created the entire cosplay of Deku for Halloween. Of the manga Deku, which there is a difference between the two, anime Deku and manga Deku. There is a difference. And I had no idea if I wanted to be a hero or a villain. So, spoiler alert, I decided to be Villananchi Deku. I probably just butchered that word, but I am sorry if I have. I am terrible at pronouncing them, especially words like that. I cannot pronounce words at all, and it is absolutely very stressful and annoying for me. It looks a lot better now with because you can see the wrinkles of the drawing, and like I said before, taking the lines off is just like taking bumpers off when you're going bowling. It just makes it just gives you a little sense of pride, knowing that's just all shading right there. That's all your hard work you have done. And it just makes it a lot better. It makes you feel good about yourself, knowing that your hard work is getting you somewhere. It is really getting you somewhere. Dang it, I need to get a sip of water. Much better. Maybe I should be drinking flavored water. Maybe that's what's giving me the dry mouth. Anyhow, rambling on continues. I don't know which character I want to draw next after this. There is a high chance, extremely high chance, it might be Bakugo or Dazawa. I also want to draw Kirishima though, okay? I want to draw Kirishima and Bakugo. I also want to draw All Might too though. Dang it. There's too many characters I like to choose. You can't just pick one to draw. You just gotta pick a bunch of them. And you just gotta make time for them. And it's like, okay, which character do you want to choose to draw first? And of course I choose Deku because I'm gonna be biased. Deku is awesome. He is my little cinnamon roll. Manga Deku is still my cinnamon roll. If you get the pun there. If you didn't, then boom. It's now on the screen. If you didn't get it. Yeah, I love puns. I'm a sucker for puns. Puns are awesome. In my case. Dang. Thinking of topics to talk about. It would be great if you put it in the comment section down below if you have things that you might want me to talk about, like different animes, like, or questions. I will answer questions. I will answer anything if you give me a topic to talk about, because I am socially awkward. Very socially awkward. And now, since we're getting to the red part, and we will be getting to the shoes really soon, I just love how Shigi, Tomoru Shigaraki, and Izuku Midoriya share the same love for shoes. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but they both wear red shoes. And that's like, they look so similar, so it's nice to know that they both can go to the same, like, type of shoe store and buy the same looking type of shoes, because they both like the same style. Alright? That's good. Good for them. Alright? It doesn't matter if you're a villain or a hero, you still have your own rights. Even if you are killing multiple people, which is not good. Do not do that, please. Not cool. It's not cool. It is totally, absolutely not cool. I suggest you do not do that. And you will not have heroes coming to rescue you. Or not rescue you. Coming to get you. You will have the cops. And that's not how that's, okay? That's not how that's. The bags, doing the red on the bags were really fun to do, because it was just fun for me to do. I might want to draw a villain next, though. Toga might seem like a good choice. Her hair will be very interesting to draw. That will be something to do. That will be something. Her hair. She has, like, buns. And it's like, how does she get it to be like that? Does Dobby? Ooh, Dobby will be a good... Focus. Focus. How does she get her to do like that? Does Dobby do her hair? I am on the train to think Dobby is Todoroki's long-lost brother. Alright? I do think that. I really, really do think that, alright? Because I know that if Dobby is the missing sibling, the missing Todoroki sibling, then he had a younger sister, alright? He had younger siblings, so he knows how to deal with them. And if he had a younger sister, he would know how to do hair. So it's a good thing to have when you have younger siblings, knowing things that they like. Totally not speaking that because I have a younger sibling. Totally not. Totally not. But if I do draw Dobby, then I'm probably going to let my younger sibling decide on his pose, because she's a simp for him and Todoroki. I don't know how we are related, but apparently we are at some point. I do not like Todoroki. That is the thing. I don't like Shoto. I am sorry if you do like him. I just don't like peppermints. I just don't like peppermints. Alright? Now, on anyway, in the video, in the drawing, white, that was very difficult. It was extremely difficult. If you see in my image, I have like two lines that make it look like two little bumps. Not little bumps, but just like two lines to make it look like that. And the cosplayer in that photo did not. The reason for that is because when making my cosplay, that's how I saw it. And if you notice with the red bags, the cosplayer did not have that. Like it was thinned out before the buckle. The cosplay did not have that, but when I was doing my cosplay, and I noticed that Izuku's belt or Deku's belt had that, and I want to make this look as realistically close to Izuku's hero costume besides the mask. At this point, I realized that I forgot the mask. I totally like zoned out when like saying, "Oh, this would be a good picture to draw. I like this picture. That pose looks really cool. This looks like a hero pose. I like this pose. I really do. I want to draw this." I totally did not see him not wearing the mask. So I decided to leave the mask out. I could say, "Hey, the mask got lost in a fight with a villain." That's what I'm going to say now. The mask got lost in a fight with a villain. So if you ever ask what happened to the mask, it got lost in a fight with the villain, alright? The villain got the mask. Izuku does not run away, but his mask got destroyed in the fight with the villain. It got lost. That is what I'm going to say. So, what happened to the mask? It got lost in the fight. And when you see those little tabs pop open that come on the screen, that is because I hit the wrong button on my drawing tablet, because I sometimes panic when I know I am being recorded. So I just hit the wrong keys. Another reason why I am not good when drawing on live is because I know when people are watching me, I'm going to panic, and that will be extremely stressful for me. It's not funny to be laughing at, but I just laugh at weird things, especially at my awkwardness and when I cannot pronounce words. Cosplayers, they are really amazing for me, because they have to deal with things like people judging them, and that can be really, really difficult to handle. So they are really amazing to like calm down, think of what you're going to say, I have these moments where I just like start rambling on, and I have no clue on what I'm trying to say, and no one can understand it. So I'm sorry if I am doing that. I needed to take a breath and just think on what I'm going to say before I say it, so I don't get lost and you can understand me. Alright. Cosplayers have to deal with people judging them and their costumes, and some people might not even know who they are, and that could be very sad. That's very saddening when people don't know who you are at all. But on the upside, it is extremely satisfying when you have people asking you for photos or just saying your hero name or character's name because they know who you are. It is extremely, very satisfying. In the video, the shading in the shoe was very annoying to do in this. The reason for that is because I did not know how to get the shoe the shoe shading to be right. So it's like, how do I make it look like the shoe's bending? Like he's just laying on the ground, one knee on the ground, and his foot is positioned like it's bending. How do I get it to be like that? It was fairly annoying to do that. Fairly annoying. Trying to think of topics to think about. I'm just going to ramble on about drawings that I want to do because that's the only thing I can think of. I'm like I said before, I'm begging at this point. I think I'm begging, maybe. Well, I am begging. Please comment down below what I should talk about. Like anything, like any type of anime, music. I don't know. I just need something to talk about, so I don't go off and start talking about different animes or different things I'm holding in my hand. You want to talk about ships? I know a lot about ships, alright? If you know what a ship is, then 2 thumbs up. 1,000,000 thumbs up for you. Great job. Because it's saddening that some people don't know what anime ships are. They know the regular kind of ships, but they don't know about the certain kinds of ships that we know of. I'm going to talk about weeboos now, otakus, and weebs. There is a difference. There is a difference between all of them. I assure you. All 3 of them are real. All 3 of them are real. I promise you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look them up. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're just watching this video, just because you just like the drawing, then, I'm sorry you're listening to me ramble on. I mean, if you're just listening to me just because you like anime, I'm sorry that you're listening to me ramble on, but I'm just rambling on now. I don't know which anime character to draw next. If you have an idea, comment down below which character I should draw, because I am stuck on choosing different characters to draw. I want to draw Bakugo underneath the stars. Maybe Izuku taking a picture of him on his phone, maybe. I don't know. Fanboy Deku taking pictures of Katsuki. It seems pretty realistic for me to get, because to add for his notebooks. Alright, you can like analyze what Katsuki likes. But then again, I could draw All Might in a signature pose. But I don't know, that might be too cliche. But then again, this is me that we are talking about. And you don't know me, so you are getting to know me now. I'm cliche. I'm very cringy. I'm a cringy person. But anyways, in the video, the face was one of the scariest parts when drawing. When I was like doing the shading. Yeah. Full 180. That is what I just did. Yes, I did that. Talking about Bakugo and Izuku being a fanboy, and now just talking about me drawing in the video. Yes, I did a full 180 right there. It was satisfying at the end to know that I did accomplish something in the end, because I've been practicing drawing in my sketchbooks, and I have only drawn 2 colored drawings with my Prismacolor pencils, while the other ones are in black and white using blenders and just a pencil, like just a regular pencil. That is a mechanical pencil. I like using my mechanical pencils. You don't think they might work really well when shading, but I assure you they do. They work they work they work pretty fine. And I do have pencils that are just for shading, but they weren't there in that specific moment, and I felt lazy to get up when I'm in my zone drawing, so I did not get up at all because I was in my zone. But the cheekbones area is a place where I notice a lot of shading that's at a lot of the time, and by the eyes, and by the chin. Also in the neck area, but those spots what I just said. The nose area is also a good one. The lips I redone twice because they were really annoying. I had to look up the same exact image that I was using as my reference for like a larger picture to like see that the lips were sort of open and a serious expression, like he's on his mission, alright? Deku's on a mission. He's chasing after a villain that just broke his mask. Or he's just, I don't know, he's going home. I'm thinking, as I said, I just had a really good idea. I could draw Dad Zawa with a cat on his head. Think about it, right? Dad Zawa loves cats, alright? He loves them, alright? So what if I just draw, like, Dad Zawa with a cat on his head, just holding the little paws in place? That would be adorable. But then again, I can draw Eri. Now, Eri is adorable, alright? She is so cute. She shouldn't have to gone through, spoiler alert, she shouldn't have gone through whatever nasty stuff Overhaul has done to her. I'm going to say this now. I'm glad he's dead, alright? For the first time in forever, I'm glad that anime character is dead. I am glad. Alright, he put her up to so many terrible, terrible experiments that she should have not gone through, alright? She should not. Alright, she should have lived a happy family with like what she's doing right now with Dad Zawa. And I'm glad that she was able to have that now. I am very happy that she's able to have that now. Trying to think of like a character's name in My Hero Academia. The brainwash person with the purple hair with the quirk brainwash. Shinso, yeah, Shinso, that's the name. I always get Shinso and Shoto confused. It's because of the show part. Shinso, Shoto. They both like have like SH in the beginning. Maybe it's like the O part. Shinso, Shoto. I think they both start with SH. They both end up with O. It's just like Shin, Sho. It's annoying. But I can imagine Shinso being the older brother to Eri. I really do think that they will be like adorable as brother and sister with Dad Zawa just being the Dad Zawa in the family. Think about it, right? Shinso and Dad Zawa. Shinso with a scarf looking just like Dad Zawa's, and they both look like dead zombies. And they both like cats. That is my evidence for you there to say that they are related or as adopted son as can be. Father and son. They didn't have to be related by blood, just like Izuku's new dad might. What would happen if Okay, I have a question for you alright? I just have a really big question. What would happen if Izuku found his mom, alright? And found his mom and and All Might making out. Technically, we never heard anything about her Hirashi, alright? And in my opinion, I think Hirashi is all for one. I really do think that Deku's father is all for one. Because, for the reason for that, spoiler alert, this is all spoilers. I'm sorry if you're listening to this. You can mute this if you want to. Hirashi's, or all for one I should say, quirk is red, alright? He's like evilish red. And his brother's is green. Now, All Might's quirk did not have anything to do with green, alright? Or anything to do with red. But All for One's brother was bright green, and All for One was red. So it sort of makes sense that it's like worked together. Also, Inko's hair is dark green, and if All for One is Deku's father, his hair is white. White and green make a lighter green color, which is Deku's color. Also, some of the like fluff on his hair sort of reminds me. But another thing that is really, really big that is in my manga is that the Quirk Doctor, alright? The Quirk Doctor, you might not know this if you have, but if you have the manga, like a bunch of the manga, you will notice this. The Quirk Doctor is, like the very first episode, the Quirk Doctor that told Izuku that he has no quirk, he is All for One's doctor. Like, you could see him in the panel as All for One's doctor. And the Nomu that attacked Deku, that Stain killed, might have been that bully Deku was that red bird guy, like the bird, the little boy with the red wings that always followed Bakugo around. That might have been him. All right, think about it. It makes perfect sense. It's like, and it might have been that guy might have been quirkless. And I'm just like going off on all these theories I heard and my own theories. But what if the Quirk Doctor's grandson was that Redbird guy, and he's a mad scientist? He looks like a mad scientist. So if a mad scientist just got offered a job as working as a doctor for this evil villain in exchange to get something in return, I don't know, for like a quirk, he might give it to his quirkless grandson. But all those years working with All for One corrupted his already corrupted mind, and said, you know, son, I hoped you get into this. I hoped you get a quirk, and what did you do with it? You wasted it on a quirkless dude. All right, you became a bully. You didn't focus on your studies. You didn't have this quirk. I gave it to you. I made it possible for you to get one. So I'm going to enter you in these experiments. So he became an experiment because in the anime, they say that or in the manga, I can't remember which one. They say that these people are entering these experiments, and that's what they're allowed to. It's like physically allowed to happen. They allow it to happen. They enter on their own free will. So what if that's what the Quirk Doctor did? He entered his grandson into the experiments because he let him down. Because he didn't get into UA because he just goofed around What if that just happened? I'm right now being like Deku and just like mumbling. If you don't understand any of this, I'm sorry. But if you are, then think about it. Just think about it. I'm done for my ranting of that, I believe, I think. Now I'm just going to be ranting about, drawing, I suppose. I think I just got off the high. I was just like on a high with, just talking about theories and everything about My Hero Academia. And Fairytale, I think it's the first or second episode. Spoilers if you have not seen it yet, I am sorry. But, wait, no, wrong thing, wrong episodes. In the very end of Fairytale, the last season, again, spoilers. Either way, it's going to be spoilers. In the last season of Fairytale, it might be, like, the last season, for episode 1 last season, I believe. It might be, like, the episode before the last season, but Lucy found, like, Natsu came back to the town at the magic games and basically burned off her clothes anyway. You did not hear anything from me. Went back to the apartment, gave Natsu a haircut with cancer, and Natsu said, and I quote, "Wow, it feels like I just got a brand new head." And I don't know if this ever happens to you, but this absolutely happens to me. But when you see someone you know for, like, let's say a week, maybe a year, or for a long time, or for a short time, but you just see them and you know their name, alright, you know what they look like. And I go to school, so I go to school, but just walking to school, not virtual school, just physical school. I don't know if I would rather go to virtual school, but anyhow, there's this teacher I know, and he got a haircut, and he had this long, shaggy hair, alright, like a surfer dude's hair, but now his hair is, like, totally different, totally changed, and his voice matches, but we wear his masks, so you can't tell that it's, like, the same dude from before, except the voice, and it's just absolutely crazy when someone you know gets a haircut and you recognize the voice but you don't recognize their face at all. And I thought that was just, like, pretty similar to what Natsu said when he said it's just like I got a brand new head. It's like that person that you knew got a brand new head. You don't recognize them at all. And when we're doing this ear in the video, full 180 again, or 160. Dang it, now I'm getting confused. Anyway, when I did the ear, that was really difficult because I don't do ears at all. I don't really draw them. Even when doing realistic, I still don't draw them. And, well, not realistic, when I do them anime style, I still don't draw them. I might draw them, like, a little bit, and I might draw their insides, but I don't color it in. So it was like, how do I make this look realistic? So I struggled with that part for a while. I struggled with that part. But at the end, it was worth it. It was worth it. It turned out pretty well. The nose was also sort of annoying to do. but not as much as the ear. And you wouldn't really think that the nose would be annoying, but the inside of it, you just had to get the right angle and the right shades of the color to make it look like you can see sort of inside it, but not full way. And that took a little bit of work. And to get the shading right on the nose as well was also a little difficult. But in the end, it turned out pretty fine. In my opinion, though. In my opinion, the ear turned out fine. Like, I like this drawing. I really do really like how it ended. I'm just really happy with it. Now, the ear, when at this part, I just had to redo this entire part of it because I did not like it at all. It didn't look right. In the picture, the ears turned out to be like a little bit sharper, so that's what I ended up doing. And using I think it was the soft eraser to erase part of it to make it look not as harsh on the lines. Yep, I did. And thinking of topics to talk about. I think Ari holding a candy apple would be a really adorable picture to draw. I think that'd be extremely cute. Like, come on, she asked for a candy apple. I think that's her favorite, just like Izuku's favorite food is katsudon. Katsudon? I think that's how you say it. Katsudon. If I didn't say it right, I'm sorry. I butcher words very easily. And trust me, I don't like doing that. And here's me redoing the lips. It was really annoying. This is the part where I actually looked at a larger picture. And it's all about the V shapes. It's like V shapes. And something that you need to learn when doing lips, that they're always going to be a V shape. It's not just, you can do it with 2 circles. I know that's how some people learn, but that's not for everybody, I suppose. I'm just saying that because like I don't really know how to do that way yet. I don't know if I will learn how to do that way, but like I needed to make it look like it's open. And I forgot to do the eyebrows at this point, and might be the point where I noticed I didn't do it. Man, it looks so weird without eyebrows. I'm just doing full 180s on these topics. I'm sorry for that if I'm giving you a headache. I really do need to write a list out. But anyway, ideas or topics to think about. A Demon Slayer drawing will be really cool as well. I could draw a Nezuko. That'd be really adorable. I can draw her under a cherry blossom tree. Then again, I can draw Naruto as well. That'd be the perspective will be interesting to do as well. Too many people, so little time. Anyway, in the video, this is the part that I struggled on. It was because it's white. And I just outlined it in first so I actually can really see it, in the dark shadings I needed to do. And that actually helped out quite a bit when doing this. And I went back and just did the shading in that type of color, or not. If not that color, then did it darker or lighter, and in the end just blended in together with the same type of brush. It's satisfying. It's right now really satisfying for me, just watching and thinking on how I did it. But it was annoying. I didn't know how well it would turn out in the end. But in my opinion, it turned out pretty well. But then again, I might be biased because I made this drawing, so don't take my word for it. Have your own opinion. And then again, I can draw like an assassin classroom drawing. Maybe I can draw 1As, like a 1A drawing, like for the entire classroom. Or maybe like a villain or like a villain drawing of the entire League of Villains. At least the characters like Toga, Shiggy, Dobby, Quiet Girl. I can't say that name, dang it. It's the dude that's like smoke and makes the really cool portals. The evil dude. That apparently, spoiler alerts for this. I mean, should I just put up like a spoiler alert in this? I'll be talking about topics that will spoil the animes. I think that's what I need to do at this point. Because I'm just going to keep on talking about topics that might have been spoiled for people. Ay. But it's a dude that apparently Dadzawa got betrayed by, which was very surprising to me. And by the way, does anybody know who the 1A trader is? Because I know it because that got spoiled to me by my niece. And let me tell you something, I was very surprised. I was thinking the 1A trader, the UA trader, was Uraraka. Now, the reason why I think this is because in the entrance exam, Uraraka is wearing Toga's uniform. Alright? I mean, I might need to go and see if like because I believe that's what I saw. I might need to go back and like do some more research on that, but I believe that is Toga's uniform and that she went to Toga's school. And you know Monoma, the dude in class 1B that's super annoying, that sometimes you just want to smash his head into because he's just riling up Bakugo and Izuku? What if he's Toga's younger brother? Like, seriously, what if Toga's had a brother? Because their quirk, alright, their quirk is very, very similar. Just like Kirishima's quirk, which is hardening, and that dude's that's like steel. They both have sharp teeth, and they both have a very similar quirk. They might not just be in the same, one might be like with the ground, with rocks, and the other one might be with steel, but they are very similar. And they're like two sharks. One's red, one blue. They're so similar. So, what if, like, come on. As Toga was later revealed that her parents did not want her to use her quirk. They were suppressing it because apparently it made it villain. It was a villain quirk. And as Izuku said, there are no villain quirks, alright? It's only what the person decides to do with their quirk that makes it good or evil, alright? It's not your parents' quirk, it's your own quirk. Just like your own quirks in real life. You could be funny, you could be happy, you could be chirpy. It's your own personality. It's not nobody else's. You're one of a kind. Even if you think that you're not one of a kind, you really are. No one can be just like you. They might mimic your voice. They can try to mimic your voice. But in reality, there's no one quite like you because you have your own memories and everything. Anyway, in the drawing, I decided to draw buildings. So when doing that, I drew beforehand on a piece of paper so I know what I was going to be working with, and I drew, it was like a reference for me to work to have. And the reason why I tilted the canvas like this is so it'll be easier for me to draw straight lines, because I can't draw slanted. I can't draw things just at an angle all the time. It just drives me insane. So this way it was a lot easier for me to do. And drawing out a picture was also really, it gave me an inference on what to do. I learn by drawings. Some kids, when in school, they need to write it down to remember it. I like drawing pictures. Pictures help me a lot. And writing it down helps me as well, because I already know how to do it. So going back on the computer was like, okay, I do this in real life. So I do this on a piece of paper. So I could just draw this on the computer a lot more precise now, because I have all these tools that I can make perfectly straight lines with. So that is what I used. And when doing this later on, when I was adding the color, I really should have added different layers for each color for the buildings. Like one building, even though it's white, that is still its own layer for that building. Because let me tell you, it'll show you in the video, but that was not my brightest moment when doing layers, because of that mistake I did. The colors got mixed up, and they would be blending in together, and that was quite a task to not get the colors mixed up with each other. I decided for this building I just want to do just glass windows. Just like entire like rows of glass windows. And I did not like the background of that picture. It seemed to suit it there, but I wanted Izuku Midoriya to be on a building. Now, even though, as I said before, I should have done different layers for it, two buildings are white, and even though they're both white, I really should have just like done different ones, because if you see that right there, that's why I say that I needed to do different layers, because they'd be getting mixed up with each other when you're doing the shading, and that would be very annoying to do every single time, which is why I use the pen some of the time when doing it, so they wouldn't get mixed up. Now, doing bright colors in the background really helps, because white is really difficult to see if you don't have something contrasting to it. Because if you look, I missed that part right there. I just cleaned up, and you can make a lot of mistakes if you don't have a bright color in the background or something contrasting it. I would have used black when doing this, but I already had a black outline, and that would be chaotic to see with black on black, even though it might be a little bit lighter. Did not sound like a good idea. And sort of reminded me of a green screen, so that's why. The pen brush it's a really nice brush to use when I want to get just one solid color. So I just went back and just fixed up a bunch of my mistakes. So that was satisfying to do. I did not like that really gray color at all, because I'll go later, like right there. I fixed it. I did not like it. It did not seem dark enough for me. Now shading buildings is really it's more difficult than I would have guessed. But then again, shading realistically is more difficult. Now, this is where you can see that I actually have a problem shading because I'm like trying not to get mixed up with the other white color there. I was like trying to say, okay, I need to get this light white line right there. I don't need to go on the other side of it. But shading white, it was fun to do because, well, it was just very, it was difficult though. It was fun but difficult. But it was fun for me because I already was shading I was shading Deku and everything, and this is something that was relatively easily for me to do. Adding the shine in the glass was also really satisfying. I needed to make sure where the light was coming from though, so I'm glad that I got that right. I just added a little bit more shine to it, but I'm just happy that it looked right there. Anyway, back on to the related topic of My Hero Academia having brothers and sisters secretly. I really do think that Toga and Momona are brother and sister. They both have blonde hair. They both have really, really, really close related quirks. And Toga's parents did not like her at all, so they might have just wanted another child because heroes in society can be real douchebags to their kids. Take Fire Mustache with beard as Todoroki's father, for example. Executor. Yeah, I can't say that. I cannot say his name for my hatred for him and because I cannot pronounce it. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, he was in a quirk marriage, and just because his son Toya, which I really believe is Dalby, had a powerful quirk, he could not really use it really well, and once Todoroki came along, or Shoto I should say, he tossed all of his other kids aside and say, You are the one. I finally got you. And I will sympathize with I will give him sympathy, but that does not make me like him anymore. I still don't like him. You can't. He has my sympathy, but I still just don't like him. I like Bakugo and Kirishima and Izuku. Those are my 3 favorite Class 1A men or boys. Teens? I don't know. Weird for me because I'm a teenager saying them. Weird. I am such an awkward person. So awkward. But when I flipped this canvas around, I was really, really happy on how it turned out afterwards. That seemed like, hey, it actually looks right. Even if the buildings don't look as realistic, they still look like buildings in the background, and that's not really your main focus. I want your main focus to be on Izuku Midoriya. Deku, I should say. But that's who I want your main focus to be. And now it was time for the sky. And let me tell ya, alright, that was so fun to do. You wouldn't think about it being satisfying, but when you're using the watercolor wet brush, making it look really, really dark up high was so simple. And it was just absolutely fun. I felt like I could make stars up there. and that might be the reason why I want to do it. I was very surprised because I never draw clouds at all. So when I was just using this brush with very, very low opacity, I need like but when I was like using this brush at a very low frequency, or not frequency, just very low blending or color opacity. I need to get my speech under control. I cannot talk at all. I was very surprised but very happy that I can make clouds like this. And I didn't use full on white, but I did use some light blues into it. Because when you're painting, you might want to add blues, and you might want to add some grays into it to make it look like shading. And it was really fun doing that. I didn't know what types of clouds I wanted to do, but I decided just to stick with that. And I thought that looked really fun. Now I'm a stickler for like small, tiny little detail, so I know that tiny little dot will be the end of me, so I just had to fix it. And I'm really, really happy that this video turned out like that. I was really, really am happy that the picture turned out like this. So I hope you liked this video, and thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are. And I'm sorry if you had to listen to me ramble and ramble on, but if you did watch this entire thing, thank you. And again, I'm sorry for you listening to me ramble. But if you can do me a little favor and press that like and subscribe button down below, that would be great. Thanks for watching. Bye.